welcome or welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's TBR video. I love filming these every month. I have been going back and forth if I should pick 4 or 6 this month because there's so many good releases coming out. I think I'm going to stick with 6 because, I don't ever finish a TBR, so what's the difference by picking 6 this month anyway? We'll see if I can get to them. I'm also going to pick one out of my box from 12 Recs from 12 Friends, like I do every month if you've been here for a while. So this has all of the Recs, and I pick one per month, and we'll see what I get for the month of April at the end. I updated my TBR cart a little bit. If you haven't watched my spring TBR video, go ahead and go watch that because I put a lot of those books on my TBR cart because I want to get to those. So we have high priority, some of my 25 for 2025, some April arcs, some other high priority, and then just some other random ones down here that I needed some more space for. So that is what we'll be choosing from today. Sorry you can't see all of them. I do make it so that you could see a majority of them. So we'll go ahead and pick our first prompt and just go ahead and get into the video. Our first prompt is good. A book you were supposed to read in 2024. The thing about that is, a lot of these I was supposed to read in 2024. One Dark Window is one that I was supposed to read in 2024. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, one that I was supposed to read in 2024. Tomorrow, Tomorrow, and Tomorrow. Magnolia Parks, The Naturals. We have tons. Final Offer is a big one. The Wedding People is a 2024 arc that I have. That's like literally one that I was supposed to read. When in Rome, that might be all of the ones that I was like supposed to or I put on 2024 TBRs. Ooh, A Novel Love Story also could be a contender. I think that came out last year. So we have tons to choose from. My mind immediately wants to pick one off of my 25 for 2025 or The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I'm between this and Magnolia Parks. But Magnolia Parks would be starting another series, and I don't know if I should do that in April or wait until May. So we're going to go with The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I'm in a V.E. Schwab kick, so this is perfect to pick because I feel like I will actually get to this in April. So we're going to go with this for a book that I was supposed to read in 2024. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue follows Addie LaRue. She is from 1714 France, but she makes a deal with somebody to be like immortal, but nobody remembers her. Like when you turn your head and no longer see her and you turn back, nobody remembers who she is. And that happens for like the rest of her life. So you basically follow her life from 1714 to I believe present day, and she's on her entire life like this, and that's why it's called Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I don't know more than that, but everyone loves this book, so I'm very excited to read it. Our second prompt is the highest rated book on Goodreads. Okay, so I have to go get my Goodreads, and then we will see what the highest rated is. This is gonna take me a second. Be right back.
2 hours later.
So, I looked up every single book on the front of my cart, and A Man Called Ove has the highest rating on Goodreads with a 4.38, which is very high rating. I am really excited to read this book, so I'm not mad that this is the highest rated at all. I think my rating will also be very high for this book because it's a Frederick Bachman book. I really do enjoy his writing. I'm very, very excited to read this one. This follows Ove, and I have heard that this is just about a grumpy man, and basically you're following his life. It's been compared to A Story Life of A.J. Fickery a lot, if you've read that book. So I'm very excited to read this because I loved A.J. Fickery. So I'm really excited to see what I think of this one, and this is getting added to the April TBR. Prompt number 3. A book with an animal on the cover. This is exciting because this is Firefly Lane, but I don't think there's actual fireflies on it. That's a feather. No. Okay, so Flock has like this bird type thing on it. Those are moths. Are we counting insects? I don't think we should. Kiss of the Basilisk has a literal basilisk on the cover of it. There's birds on the front of this cover. I think that's all of the animals that I have. So these are what we have. We have 2 birds and a snake. I think I'm going to put this back because this isn't really calling to me. But I really want to read both of these. They're both starting a series. I don't think the second one for this is out yet, and I don't own the rest of this trilogy. So either way, I think I would be starting a series. But this is one that I really, really wanted to read, so I'm going to pick Kiss of the Basilisk. Yep. Kiss of the Basilisk by Lindsay Straub. This follows Temperance Verus. She is entered in these games to win the prince's hand in marriage, but she's like going through the games with this serpent king. That's all I know. This book is stunning. I cannot wait to read this. I am very, very excited about this one. Fourth prompt: a book that is a TV show or movie. Okay, so we have a few options because Firefly Lane is a TV show, I think. Anxious People is either a TV show or a movie. Daisy Jones and the Six is a TV show, and that might be everything. So we have Daisy Jones and the Six is an option, Anxious People is an option, and Firefly Lane is an option. Out of these three books, I'm going to probably put Anxious People back because we already have a Frederick Bachman book, and I don't want to keep picking Frederick Bachman books because I don't want to be in pain all of April. This is also a very painful book, and I kind of wanted to buddy read it with my friend, and I don't know if we would be down to do that in April, so I might save this when there's a better time. So that leaves us with Daisy Jones and the Six. I am actually so excited to read this. I think I'm going to tandem with the audiobook because I heard the audiobook is so good for this specific book. And it's also on my 25 for 2025. This follows Daisy, a coming of age girl in LA in the late 60s, sneaking into clubs, sleeping with rock stars, and dreaming of singing at the Whiskey A Go Go. And then also getting noticed is The Six, a band led by the brooding Billy Doone. And I believe they cross paths and she joins the band, and then it's just like about her band. That's all I really know. But I'm really excited to read this. I know a lot of people really, really love this book. And then when I finish reading this, I can finally watch the show. Our fifth prompt: a bestie chooses. I'm going to text my best friend Kirsten and ask her to pick one of these books for me to read on my April TBR, and I will let you know what she picks. So give me a minute to text her and I will let you know what she picks. While we wait for her to choose, we are going to pick our last prompt, and then I'll let you know what she decides when she picks. So our sixth and final prompt is a book in a magical place. I'm pretty sure Our Infinite Fates is a magical place. One Dark Window is a magical place. Lightlark is magical. Spark of the Everflame is magical. That might be it. So, I'm picking One Dark Window because Rachel Gillig's new book comes out in May, and I need to read this duology before I read The Night and the Moth. So, we're going to read One Dark Window in the month of April. Hopefully, this isn't the one Kirsten picks because I have a feeling this is the one that she's going to pick. Now, we're going to pick my 12 recs from 12 friends. So I'm going to pull one of these out of the box, and that's what we'll be reading in the month of April. Variation by Rebecca Yarros. I don't own this book, but I have heard that her non-Fourth Wing books, even her Fourth Wing books, are sad. So, real excited for this. I'm actually super excited. I just don't know when I'll be in the mood to sob. So, Variation by Rebecca Yarros will be our 12 arc from 12 friends in the month of April. And when my friend Kurt does answer about which book to read, I'll be back with all of the final books for my TBR and just a final wrap up and to end the video.
A few moments later.
Okay, I'm back. Kirsten picked Once You're Mine by Morgan Bridges. I have been eyeing this one and I have the second one up on my shelf. It says murder brought us together, only death can keep us apart. This follows Callista and Hayden. It says Callista belongs to me, she doesn't know it yet. The first time we met I wanted her, the next time I was obsessed. I watched her, I followed her. It only deepened my need. Once she's mine, I'm never letting her go. Hayden Bennett is a monster, in and out of the courtroom. Unfortunately, I need his help. What was supposed to be a simple transaction turns into something else, something intense. He's always there when I need him, but I don't know if trusting him is a good idea. This one sounds really good. It also is kind of short, fairly short. I also think these might be on KU. I don't know now that they're traditionally published if they still are on KU, but they used to be. So I'm really excited to add this to my April TBR. So for my April TBR, we have The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue that I picked for a book that I was supposed to read in 2024. Then we have A Man Called Ove by Frederick Bachman. This was picked because it was my highest rated on Goodreads. Then we have Kiss of the Basilisk for an animal on the cover. Then we have Daisy Jones and the Six for a book that is also a TV show or a movie. We have Once You're Mine from Kirsten's selection for my book pick. And lastly, we have One Dark Window for a Magical Place. And for my 12 Recs from 12 Friends, I will be reading Variation by Rebecca Yarros. I don't know any of my book club picks for April, but there is tons of new releases coming out. I highlighted a bunch of them in that spring TBR video if you want to go check it out. And I'm really excited for this TBR. This is a good TBR. This is one of the best TBRs I've had in a long time. I cannot wait to get to this TBR. April is going to be such a good reading month with the releases with this TBR. I cannot wait. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what's on your April TBR. If you want to catch up with me anywhere else on the internet, my socials are linked in the description below, and I'll hopefully see you guys in the next one. Bye!